This is The Wire for 2300 Zulu, June 17th, 2025. Precedence is routine. Information cutoff is 2200. Bottom line up front. Strategic buildup continues as the United States continues plans for war with Iran. Beginning with international events, in the Middle East, the previously observed strategic buildup of tanker aircraft continues as over a dozen KC-135s moved from Europe to the Middle East overnight. Most of these tankers were flying under the gold call sign, indicating that they were flying in formation with fighter aircraft in tow. This morning, satellite imagery confirmed that almost every U.S. Navy warship stationed in Bahrain has departed port, to include one littoral combat ship, a few minesweepers, and over a dozen support vessels. This morning, President Trump stated that the United States has achieved aerial superiority in the skies over Iran. President Trump has also taken to social media to demand the quote-unquote unconditional surrender of Iran, and has threatened to assassinate the Ayatollah if demands are not met. In the Strait of Hormuz, overnight, two ships collided in the Gulf of Oman. The merchant tanker Front Eagle collided with the merchant tanker Adelan, causing a large fire. Rescue operations are ongoing. Analysts comment. Despite early reports, this incident is not the result of combat action. It is not clear why, however, the Front Eagle executed a hard turn to starboard, which resulted in her collision with the Adelan. Analyst comments for this wire. At this point, it is challenging to interpret the recent statements by the White House in any other manner than that a formal declaration of war with Iran is merely a formality. The decision to go to war may have already been signed and sealed as theorized months ago, or the die might have not been cast just yet. Either way, there's absolutely nothing that the American people can do about it at this point, other than improve personal readiness as best one can. Though tensions are palpably high right now, the real challenges will come many months after the U.S. enters into a war with Iran, should that be the chosen course of action. More tactically, the threats to the average citizen living in the American homeland remain, though with debatable levels of severity due to the sheer uncertainty of what the threat really is. Any time the United States targets anything in the Middle East, the potential for lone wolf-style attacks here in the homeland increases. At the moment, however, the risks of a false flag incident occurring to drag the United States into a war is also very high. Protests with varying levels of severity continue more or less persistently in many major U.S. cities, which will present risks regardless of what's happening in the international space. This concludes The Wire for 2300 Zulu, June 17th, 2025.